back in the courtroom with his decision.
Okay, all rise. Please be seated. Now rise again. Now get down.
Hear ye.
Yeah, that's right. This portion of Just or Unjust is brought to you by America's Next Top Hooker on CNT. Okay, you know how this works. Courtroom audience names the game. The defendant and the plaintiff have to play it. How should we decide this case?
Make them eat glass!
Put a box of beans on their head!
Cannibalism! Let us eat them both!
Gladiator cage! Gladiator cage! Gladiator cage! Gladiator cage!
Okay, we haven't had this one in a while. Both of you step into the cage. Okay, on the floor, you will find a sword, a mace, a flail, a hammer, and 2 tridents. Choose your weapon. Okay, now are you ready?
Yes!
Release the lion!
Hey!
What the fuck?
That'll teach you to screw with the man's truck. Damn! That lion whipped off her arm.
Dumb bitch, that's what you get.
Oh, he's coming after you, Mr. Davis. Nice! By the throat. That's what you get for hooking up with a young girl and stalking her in the supermarket. Let this be a lesson to you all. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Damn, I love justice. What did we learn today? We learned that passion can be your undoing. That sensationalist shows like this, celebrity worship, ignoring politics, it feels good. Like I just wake up each morning and wrap my big hands around the American dream and choke the life out of it. Now, studio audience, when the lion is done, you guys can go in and eat the rest.
Let's see what our studio audience thinks. Sir, was that justice?
Sure was. I mean, man, when a couple don't get on, rather than a messy separation, what Judge Grady gave us today was 2 people being messily separated by lions. That shit was dope.
And you, madam?
Wow, I knew it. Tastes just like chicken.
Great.
Just or unjust!
See you next time on Just or Unjust. For too long, television talk shows have been the domain of women, clucking like hens on things they know nothing about. Now, on Weasel, television finally gets manly again. Baz Rutten.
I don't believe in an eye for an eye. Oh, no, because Boss believes in an eye for 2 eyes, or better yet, an eye for 2 eyes and an ear and a spleen, and maybe a new shirt, because this one is covered in entrails. Yeah! Like that! Who wants to knife fight with me in the audience? Who?
Baz Rutten, bringing masculinity back to television. The Men's Room with Baz and Jeremy. Tune in only on Weasel. Weasel News.
Now, this Weasel News Terror Alert brought to you by BabiesOvernight.com. Chaos at the bridges, citing a suddenly increased terror threat, but giving no further details. As a precautionary measure, police have shut down most of the major bridges in the Liberty City metropolitan area, resulting in major traffic problems and some stranded motorists scuffling with police. Mike Whiteley on the scene.
Some local bleeding hearts are whining about freedoms and police brutality. One resident said after his scuffle with police, he's a changed man.
Hey, have you ever had a nightstick up your ass? Well, I have, and it gives you a real clear mission on how to treat people in the future.
By the Broker Bridge in the fish market, I'm Mike Whiteley, Weasel News.
Firearms news brought to you by Patriot Beer. Mayor Ochoa is launching a crackdown on the sale of illegal firearms. Maintaining a ban on the sale and possession of weapons in the city, he's also going after shops in other states that are providing illegal gun dealers with merchandise. Residents in South Bohan spoke out.
Someone has to stop these inbred rednecks from flooding our city with illegal weapons. You hear me, rednecks?
Allison Mayberry, Weasel News.
This is Weasel News.
WKTT 1066. Because the family is under attack and it's time to fight back.
Celebrities are what matters in America, and we watch their every move. It's time for Fizz.
It's Fizz time, everybody! The celebrity show that puts the lobotomy back on the cultural agenda. I'm Jane Labrador, and I'm joined as ever by Marcel Lemieux and Jeffron James. And boy, have we got a fresh richly stuffed show for you today.
That's right. Lie on your stomach and bite your pillow, America. Let's find out what's happening in this crazy world of unceasing celebrity banality.
Let's get down and dirty. Dragon Brain, the movie billed as more CGI, less story, is sending America dragon crazy.
Now, here is a movie only fat trolls from the suburbs could enjoy. A bunch of pale, inbred, religious wackos running around in leather clothing, hitting each other with pointy sticks.
What are you talking about? It's fantastic. I can't wait till it comes out in high def so you can see every tear in his tunic as the orcs try to mate with Lord Absentinos.
We wanted to speak to the star of the show, Clive Letter, but unfortunately, his publicist says his penchant for DWIs has him very busy pretending to console the family of the father he killed. Instead, we've got Dragon Brain child star Christopher Tibbets, who played William of Mamory in the film. Here's a piece.
Lord Absentinos, I've never even touched a girl's bottom. Your sword is enormous.
That's powerful stuff.
Thanks. I really learned a lot while doing this film. I learned how to be a self-absorbed and materialistic prick, and the director taught me how to roll a joint.
Christopher, your life must be really exciting right now. Just starting to figure out if you like girls or boys.
Oh, it is. I've got a bunch of new Vinewood friends, and I get to wear sunglasses indoors. Plus, I've started doing coke.
What is your favorite memory from the set of Dragon Brain?
Oh, it was great. Between takes, Arwen McBardvine, who played the wizard, he'd take me back to his trailer. He performed spells on his trousers and made them grow.
He is so cute. I could just eat him up.
Yeah, eat him up, because there's nothing more appetizing than a tween with a drug problem and a massive ego. What a dick.
Also, we spoke with Magellan. Now, you may remember Magellan from the 80s. His European synth rock was very popular for a while, and now he's planning a comeback.
Good to see you, Magellan. I used to love your records.
Why, of course you did. You're only a human being.
And now you're making a comeback.
Yeah, Magellan wants to set the record straight. It is time for everyone to accept the facts. Magellan has had an enormous influence on the music world. Before me, the records, they didn't spin.
Really?
Yeah, that is super, that is true. Magellan is force of nature. Like death, I invent the wave of rock. That is why I have lace glove.
Meanwhile, in comedy news, our reporter Susan Retriever spent this morning getting tested for herpes. So instead, we all had an incredibly exciting conversation with top comedian Ricky Gervais, who was performing at Split Size to rave reviews.
Hey, Ricky, I got a serious question. How come people from England never laugh?
There's not many people go around in England just laughing because they enjoy it, because then they'd be mental. I mean, you see some people on the street just walking around laughing at nothing, but they also piss in their pants and punch pregnant women in the face. So it's, I mean...
I saw a movie about England once.
What was the movie?
I don't know, but one man wore a leather hood and the other one cried a lot.
Great. Well, at least you remember where you saw it. Good.
You do jokes about fat people. Some fat people were going to protest your show.
A lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them sort of stopped halfway and took their breath, and then some turned up with placards, but the placards looked tasty, so they were eaten.
You mentioned in your act that while you're here, you've seen lots of commercials for the Relaxed Power X motorized scooter.
Yeah, well, that shows a lot of ingenuity where they've, as opposed to trying to find ways to lose weight, they've found ways to cut walking out. But I'd suggest, on a motorised sort of bike ride, you've still got to do something. So what you want to do is get the pavements moving, so you can just literally fall out of bed, flat on your face, and a pavement can move you to the pizza shop, and he could liquidize that. Obviously, if you really want to rule out any movement chewing, he could actually inject it straight up your anus.
You've said some nasty things about our best friends, the paparazzi. If they don't stalk people like you, we wouldn't have a job.
Well, the paparazzi are doing a job, aren't they? They like to hide in trees and bushes and take photographs up famous people's dresses. And I'm not going to judge anyone. And if, most people were to hide in a tree taking pictures of topless women on a beach, they'd be arrested. But if you go, no, it's all right, it's for a newspaper, it's my job, they go, oh, go on then, spy on all the women you like. You're not a pervert. You're working for a newspaper.
What shows do you like on American TV?
I like America's Next Top Hooker. That's good. I like The Serrated Edge.
That's just a show selling knives.
Yeah, they're all different, aren't they? You can't have too many knives.
What do you think about the tragic DWI arrest of Chloe Parker?
She's gone through enough, hasn't she? She's going to jail now. She's had a hard life. She's suffered like Mandela, and now it's time for us to try and get her out and make her a leader.
What a great interview! I just love British men. That's all we have time for. But remember,
if a celeb shows their crack
or smokes it,
you'll find out first on Fizz.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steven von Singer. Now, when my little girl was born, I was more than a little upset. For one, I wanted a pretty child. And secondly, I didn't want her to inherit her mother's looks. After divorcing her mom and disowning her, I've dedicated years of my life to ensure others don't experience this terrible pain of random DNA sequencing. With my subsequent children, each has been perfectly suited to complement and work within my family unit, genetically refined so that my family is perfect, just like in the movies. And now, for the right price, you can too.
Dr. Steven von Singer and his team here at EII have turned a baby from a nasty surprise into a perfect gift. Don't take the chance of having an imperfect baby and being forced to drown it in the bathtub. Choose life, perfectly designed, made for you by science. Visit us on the web at eugenicsincorporated.com and start designing your perfect baby today.
WKTT. Because the world needs a powerful America to tell it what to do.
Conservatives finally have a real voice on the radio. It's the Richard Bastion Show.
This country's going to hell. Ever since we let those damn Australians back in this country, everything has gone to shit. What the hell did we go to war with them for in the first place?
I'll tell you why. We did it for freedom and for valuable munitions contracts.
They're sick, degenerate folks known as furries that dress up in their cute little bunny suits with holes cut in them for their penises to stick out, and they pound each other's heinies, making weird-ass animal noises.
Yeah, but do you hear what public television has brought to you, America? Do you hear what's happened to the children? Heine pounding.
Saving America from itself. It's the Richard Bastion Show.
All right, America, we're back. We're back here. Bastion's buddies salute. At ease. Today on the show, we're going to talk about why America is number one. Okay, without further ado, let's do what this show is all about and hit the phone lines. You're the people that make the show. All I do is make the money and spend it on facefuls of pharmaceuticals until I go deaf. Hello, caller.
I just wanted to call in and say that I absolutely love the show.
Well, I absolutely love that you think that, okay? Now you want to talk about what makes America number one, huh?
We have a completely incompetent buffoon for a leader. We drive outrageously large, gas-guzzling Maibatsu monstrosities.
I know. Isn't it? It's fantastic, isn't it? What we've been given from our forefathers is the freedom from thought. That, for my money, is real freedom. Knowing you're always right. That's real freedom. It's like life is a party that's never going to end. And you're not hosting that party. You're just there so you can go take a dump on the coats. You can leave your beer bottle in the toilet if you want. It doesn't matter. It's not your house. Okay, we're just here to have a good time. Now, this is unless we make a serious mistake in the election. Think about it. You can't expect someone with no backbone to police the world. And that's what these liberals don't seem to understand. It's very clear. Drinking is a sin. Laying is a sin. Fisting? That's a mortal sin. And the trannies, well, don't even get me started on the trannies. It's science run amok, okay? It's very confusing. I'm looking at a woman, I'm talking to a woman, I see the woman's penis, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on. The government is turning into a confused transgender prostitute. I mean, it really is. They don't know who to serve. You feel terrible afterwards. You have an overwhelming feeling that everything in your life is horribly wrong. Yes, it feels good while you're doing it. Yes, you're making him, her feel good. But still, it's wrong. Julie on line 1.
I'm totally with you, Richard. I feel like there's a full assault on our values. We need to prepare our own counter-assault. I mean, I'm a good person with good values. I think we should just go after anyone who doesn't agree with me or celebrate my holidays.
Julie, you're totally right. I mean, the minority agenda, the midget agenda, yuck. You know, every idiot in this country has a damn agenda. You know, what about my agenda? You know what that is? America. It is up to us, Bastion's buddies, to tell people what they can do. Because if not, they're going to live like heathens. Left to their own devices, they're going to eat their own shit. You know, they're going to have sex with their daughters. We got to tell them what to do and what to listen to. Otherwise, we're going to be screwed. We're going to be screwed. We want order, America. Do you hear me? We want order.
Well, I'm ready to take the Bastion's Buddies pledge.
Okay, well then all you gotta do right now, Julie, I need you to raise your right hand. Okay, I'm getting another Buddies pledge, and it's abstinence. Okay, now what is that? It's doing nothing. Now you're good at doing nothing, right, Julie?
Yeah, I'm totally frigid.
That's great. That's great. Abstinence from sexual activity, it builds up hormones. Okay, listen to me. This is science. This is me using science for good. Abstinence builds up hormones. Abstaining for a long time produces a euphoric feeling. Okay? It is nature's antidepressant. Say it. I will not come onto men. Say it with me. I will not come onto men, and sodomy is a sin, even if I crave it. Okay, good. Now, I take that pledge every morning. When I wake up, I look in the mirror, okay? You know, after I get done doing my facial scrub, and then, you know, I put some toner on my face. But after that, I say that pledge. It's great for strength and purity of our nation. There are no better ways to serve your country apart from one, and it involves taking out museums and inappropriate health facilities. If we're going to stay pure out there and focus on turning this country into an aggressive and limited access paradise, then listeners, you're going to need to start by avoiding romance novels, any machinery that vibrates, hand soap, baby oil, baby soap, hand oil, the internet, okay? Jumper cables, what are the trampolines? All right, trampolines, you get a young lady on a trampoline and her boobs start bouncing, or you get a well-endowed man and his package is bouncing all over. You're going to start thinking, well, there's more to life than shutting up, and that's not what is true. It's that simple. Next caller. What's wrong with this country?
We don't have enough mascots.
You know, okay, that is true. This is so true. Kids, the children of America, need to look up to people like Derek the Dodo, and not some liberal puppet on public television teaching you how to count. Okay, you know, there's only 3 numbers I care about, and that is 3, 2, 1, launch. All right, and that is what I like to hear right before we send a missile cocking in some asshole country's mouth. All right. Now, if I need my kids to be taught tolerance, you know, sometimes, which is a dirty word in my household, tolerance, but I'll tolerate them fighting. Okay, that is what I'll tolerate. I don't need them to learn about life from puppets. Okay, you don't learn anything from anybody that likes having a hand put up their ass. All right, the only puppet I like is the president.
I have a great idea, and I've tried it at home. It works. I have 4 wonderful, darling babies.
4 babies? Well, you hear that, America? Another of Bastion's buddies making little soldiers to fight this culture war. That's great.
My babies are cats.
Wait, cats?
I've named them after patriarchal influences. I'm drawing my inspiration from my kitties.
Okay, nobody wants to hear about your stupid, useless pussies. God, you know, what has happened to radio? I mean, to this city, to this world. I cannot wait to be judged, because I'm going to be okay. I already know that. I know that because I have secrets that I keep within me, okay? And if you keep them bottled inside of you, then you get to release them in heaven. Because right now on this earth, my secrets are the only thing that keep me on heaven's path. Now, most of you a lot of you are screwed, and rightfully so. Okay, we've gotten into the PC mode of like, you know, hey, we're all the same, we're all equal, man. Hey, women can do anything that men can do. even have Adam's apples. Yeah, right? Yeah, sure. BS, okay? I don't shop uncontrollably, okay? If I bleed for 7 days, I die, okay? I can drive a car for more than 30 minutes without hitting something. Okay, that's the difference. Next caller.
First of all, I'd just like to say I love this show. It's great. You're doing a good job for this city.
Thank you. I agree completely. Get to the point.
Where the hell